you dumb, beautiful fucker.
Who wants to be in America's slash fic with Abraham Lincoln?
Louisiana Purchase, that's a name.
You need to really get off my balls, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Also, why was Michelangelo so stinky? Ew.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 219 of AllYouCanHear podcast. I'll be your host today, Patrick. And joining me today are my three cloudy co-hosts.
It's Jonathan.
My name is Colt.
Water Wenzel.
I threw out like a weather bit and no one picked up but Wenzel.
Shit.
Yeah, you all suck.
Cloudy Colt.
No, you can't do it now. I knew it was cloudy, though. I saw that.
Yeah, okay. He's picking up what I'm putting down.
I mean, what sort of weather starts with J?
Hurricane. Tornado.
Jerking a cane? All right.
It's like Sharknado, but it's just cum.
Ooh.
That sounds like a very bad time.
It also sounds like a very bad porn parody.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it probably is. Jiznado, probably.
It sounds like a very funny porn parody.
Or
just has a bunch of dicks in a tornado. That's funny.
Or like a giant dick spinning with cum coming out.
That's not as funny.
Oh, come on.
It's okay to, just take it back to the workshop, tinker with a little bit, then get back to us.
God, y'all remember when meat spin was like scandalous?
What? What is that? What is that?
Why did you bring up meat spin? What the fuck?
I'm just saying, like when we were in high school, or when I was in high school, like that was like the most like fucking like scandalous shit. And now today it seems rather pedestrian.
Why is this episode start off with talking about cum?
Well, this one doesn't, but it is a. Y'all remember Goatsy? How like people would like prank people, be like, "Oh, click on this link," and it's a dude gaping his butthole.
Lemon party. One man, one jar, two girls, one cup. Homegrown Simpsons.
See, he's bringing back the classic. But meat spin, it was just like a dude getting fucked in the ass. But the way he was getting fucked in the ass, the other guy's dick was like spinning.
And it played the you spin me right round, baby.
Okay, you say this has nothing to do with cum, but this has something to do with the cock.
There was no cum.
Like,
it was just this video of a guy getting fucked in the ass.
There's
and his
not
cock
much
is
of a
just spinning.
difference. Like, what the fuck is? And you're wearing these sunglasses. Is this the Howard Stern
That's
show?
Elton John.
Elton John, you pleb.
Crocodile Rock.
Literally, we just got out of Pride, and you're saying something just ignorant.
Elton John.
Elton Jonathan.
And I think it's going to be a long, long time when touchdown brings me back again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home.
Oh, no.
I'm Rocket Man.
Rocket Man's a good movie if y'all haven't seen it.
I have not. I just know the Kingsman man does a funny dance.
Yeah, Kingsman, man, he plays Elton John in it.
Wow, I cannot remember his
And
name. Taron. His name's Taron.
Taron Egerton. And then he has sex with Rob Stark.
Ooh.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
He was also in 1917.
Yeah, he was great. God,
Rob Stark was in 1917?
Yeah, he was the brother they were trying to find.
At the very end.
Okay.
Right.
I believe you. Calm down.
Sure. I mean, I've only seen the movie.
And he's also going to be in Eternals.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing Icarus.
He's a great actor.
And Kit Harington's going to be in
Yep.
Eternal. He's going to be Black Knight.
Yep.
Which I'm interested how that works out because I don't know Eternals that well, but I know Black Knight is a disparate character.
I don't know.
Unless there's some time traveling wiggity woo, then I could see that happening.
There's going to be time traveling, okay?
Because the Eternals were like, scoping in on humanity from beginning to end. So
yeah, they've been around for quite a while, especially from the trailer.
few weeks.
This is a banner episode. If you couldn't tell anybody, don't know
no
why.
structure.
Yeah,
I do not know why we start off with cum and cocks.
It's normal. We start
but
off with cum
I
and
don't know
dick so
why
much.
I'm having such a tough time trying to absorb why, like.
I feel it's really
But, I
strange that you of all people are like, oh, come, really, guy, come on.
But I mean, the thing is that usually, we throw it in like the middle or towards the end. But no, we're starting out in the beginning, and it's like
well, I mean, if the listeners could have heard our off-air talk right beforehand, it makes complete sense.
It does. We
Maybe.
were talking about some other things that you'll never hear.
You'll never hear.
I mean, it was also about cock and cum too.
Yeah.
To be honest, no, it's just that like, should we be putting NSFW on this? Do we do that already?
I mean, we already tag it as explicit.
oh,
right?
do we?
Okay, that's good enough.
Pat, don't give me that look.
That's good.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
we cussy wussy. We can't
Oh
say
shit!
anything.
Now I gotta go back through 4 years of shows and turn them back to explicit.
No, don't fuck.
It's
Wait,
fine.
Don't-
literally,
do
the
not-
first thing that's said on every episode is Winslow saying, "You dumb motherfucker."
Hey,
That's the theme song.
Hey, that's family shit. That's family oriented, okay? But when we talk about cum, that's the line.
The line.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
But the funny
live
thing
leaks, perfectly fine to talk about.
Yeah,
but the minute you start talking about jism,
Yeah,
no, sir.
Yeah, because like
No.
we're talking about our top 5 favorite live week videos.
Oh God.
I-
That's
That's not a that's a bit.
Okay,
That's not real.
A, ignorant. B, no.
Oh, I'm ignorant.
No, me. I'm ignorant.
Yeah,
I don't
okay, yeah,
have
you're
these.
No, you don't know
Do
what-
you have these ready? Do you have the top 5 of these?
I don't want to label them as top 5, but
Why
most
is that-
traumatizing.
I mean, it'd probably be like bottom 5. Be
Okay.
like the top 5 videos that scarred me
Okay,
for worse
okay.
on
Let's
Live Leak.
do a backup a little bit. How are the how the fuck are you all ready to answer this? God damn it!
I've had a weird childhood. Okay, I
Well-
was
well,
raised
like,
by
me-
the internet.
Like me and Colt have an excuse because Cody fucking forced us to watch a lot of that.
Because
We're just gonna say Cody sends us some funny stuff, right there.
Yeah, funny stuff.
Funny stuff.
funny stuff.
Sassy
It,
stuff.
well, it is funny. I laugh at it. when
Yeah, I
when
do
see
too.
it.
It's pretty funny.
I'm laughing at it now. Fuck.
So how was y'all's day?
That was pretty good.
It's a day where I do a lot, but I don't remember what I do.
Yeah.
Colt is very much in the car zone when he's at work. It's that thing when you're driving to work, but when you get there, you don't realize how you got there. It's like, oh, I'm here now. He's just like
That's every time.
autopilot.
I wasn't even at work. I was at home just rolling around.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colt walls around in bed for 3 hours after he gets off work.
I mean, ever since this pain has came on to me, I haven't been able to sit down for long and focus on something because I have to stand up after it's getting longer, the duration from 30 to 45 to an hour now, where I have to stand up because if I don't fucking stand up, I'm just in pain.
Yeah, because your sciatica is back.
Yeah, it's back. It's been back since June 1st. It's been a month now as of recording.
Happy Pride.
Yeah.
Everybody,
We're getting better.
here's the thing. You just gotta let us get in there, man.
You did the motion of opening butt cheeks.
No,
what are you
no.
talking?
We're gonna cut it open it.
Okay, at first you did the fucking goatsy shit.
Yeah, opening
You
butt
straight
cheeks.
up went
This
like
is the
this
international sign of spreading the ass.
Yeah, this is international sign of gaping.
No,
asshole.
I accept that. But all.
Winslow's like fair.
But but every time I think about that, though, I think of rip and tear. But I also still think of rip and tearing an ass.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, no, you just gotta let us, get in there and get it for you, man.
Oh yeah, just rip my nerves out so
Yeah.
I don't feel anything ever. That
No,
sounds
just
good.
that's just that one.
Yeah, just cut it off with scissors.
I think between the three of us, that's one surgeon.
Yeah, enough brain power. You'd have zero.
No,
surgeon
like the
knowledge?
three of us stacked on top of each other
Three of us-
are the height of one surgeon. Surgeons are really
No. The three of us, our powers, our abilities equals one surgeon. Our intelligence, our skills equals one surgeon.
yeah, the three of us share one surgical brain cell.
I
Yeah.
mean, for art people, you gotta have a steady hand. I don't know about Jonathan's hands if they're shaky or not. You got shaky hands?
He's got jazz hands.
I got shaky hands.
No, they play guitar.
Yeah, I got jazz hands.
You rip into my flesh. You'd ruin my brain. For some reason, you're in my brain.
Sciatic nerves not in there.
It's all over the body.
Cold. Your sciatic pain is just mental. It's like allergies.
Oh, I forgot. It's fake, like depression.
Yep.
Damn.
See, if I learned anything from the classic Zach Braff film, Garden State, you don't need to take medicine. You just need to get a girlfriend and yell into a well.
God, that's a fucking throwback, in a bad way.
Depression is very real. Just want to make that clear. I was joking.
Yeah.
As like we all know too well that mental illness is very real and should seek help when it can be available, because the mental health institution in the country is woefully understaffed and underfunded, and not people have access to it.
Yeah, you know what? This episode is whole now. Talking about common mental health.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds like a good episode.
I think did they say calming helps your mental health sometimes?
Yeah, it does. Unless
Helps
you're
relieve
saving up
some
for
stress.
laser vision.
Yeah, because you got to go a full year without jerking it, and then you get laser vision.
Yeah, I mean, that is a thing, though. If you save up your fucking seed, you get powers.
It's true. It's true. I've been saving it in a bucket.
Is it not like that?
Is it like the guy who had like a jar of cum that he come into that had a little toy Biden in it?
Oh God, the cum jar Biden.
Fuck? No, no, what?
Yeah.
Did you not
The guy
remember
who had
that?
A Biden figure in a jar and just nutted in it.
Okay. I've only seen the one of the My Little Pony.
I've seen
Well,
so many
that's
cum
the
jars.
OG.
Yeah. I've only seen that. I've seen that one. I've seen the pictures of that. I don't care for it, obviously.
Yeah, I don't care for the cum jar. Yeah, that's a
You know,
hot
I
take.
think it's not classy enough.
No,
It's a little gauche.
okay.
I need pee jars
You need-
just
you-
everywhere.
you need-
Oh God! Do you remember that fucking video that got sent around chat of that bitch cleaning her room, her sister's room, and she just like
Yes.
hundreds of pee bottles.
Oh fuck!
Like,
I don't get it. Why?
like I'm a slob. I will admit that my room is a disaster. All right, but like I am not lazy enough to just get a fucking Gatorade bottle and just start fucking pissing. All right. And just leave it there? Like, what sort of psychopath just like, I'm going to have my room decorated with trucker bombs?
I'll never forget the biggest trucker bomb I've ever seen. I was going to like way down in South Alabama, and like I was on the highway and just happened to look over, and you know those big jugs that you get like windshield wiper fluid in,
yeah.
Yep.
full of piss.
Woo, yeah.
That motherfucker been saving up.
There's no way.
That's not a trucker bomb. That's a trucker nuke. Let's
that-
get something
There's
straight.
no way that's one person. That has to be multiple dudes sharing it.
No, it's just the.
That's the whole caravan.
Whole caravan.
Oh,
I don't
God.
like this. I
Whole
don't
caravan
like
of
the pee
bros
jars.
sharing a piss bottle.
Why don't we have poop bottles? Who's not pooping in bottles? We need more poop
Where?
bottles.
Oh, God.
Can we go back to talking about our week? Like, can we do that?
Well, the minute we start talking about it, once it gets to me, it's going to be about poop.
I mean, I really liked my week so far. It's been pretty good. Me and Colt have been playing Halo.
Oh yeah, we've been playing the shit out of Halo. Halo's good. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's a very small
Yeah,
game.
Colt is now on the Halo hype.
Are y'all, which one are y'all on?
ODST.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we beat
damn, y'all
three.
Yep.
And we're almost through ODST now.
Yeah,
so
we're almost done with it.
We'll start Reach tonight.
We literally started ODST last night too. So
I mean, those games aren't super long.
they're long if you're by yourself, but with two players, yeah.
Yeah.
they're pretty short.
We're zooming through them. Also, you don't get experience for killing things, so I say, fuck it. I'm zooming through some of this shit.
Yeah.
It's like you're just killing for nothing. What do I get out of this?
No, now I will say it does killing stuff for how we do it. It does add to the par score. There's a par score on each level, which is like the amount, like the highest score, and then also the time, like the minimum, not the minimum, just the time limit of like of the level or whatever. And so far, we've almost beaten it on all of the games.
Okay,
Yeah.
like over under par, like in golf.
I don't know.
No, it's like I would say what the par time would be like 20 minutes. We'd beat it in like maybe 10, 15.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then the score might be like 15,000 points, and we might get over that. You know, depends on whoever.
Yeah, I just gotta say, Halo CE Combat Evolved is the worst Halo game I've played so far. I feel like that's a hot take. Also, Halo 2, second worst.
That is a very hot take because I don't know if you guys know, but that's like something about like every fucking Halo head, Halo nut, whatever. They always say Halo Combat Evolved is the best Halo. Doesn't compare, and it's like there's already like so many Halos out.
I got evidence for the court. The library level. There. That ruins your fucking game because goddamn that level's so fucking long.
Yeah. It's just like going through the same environment.
You're literally going through like the same
minutes.
fucking hallways. For 30 fucking minutes.
And then to be fair, that's the full game. The full game is like 5 different settings. And that's it. There's only like 5
yeah.
It's like OG Xbox, so like that's a bit more forgivable.
That makes sense.
Hold it for that.
But the thing is that like that's the thing with the Halo games is like you're doing a lot of when you're playing the campaign, you know, you're doing a lot of backtracking. But for the story, it makes sense too. Mm-hmm. But like with Halo Combat Evolved, it's like, you know, OG Xbox, okay, fair. But it's like so many of the same environments. You know, there's like
I mean, they're definitely repeating hallways.
They're very much, you know, like you said, repeating, you know, not too much enemy diversity, you know, stuff like that. Then you get to Halo 2, you see it a lot more, but then you get to Halo 3, and then Halo 3 is like, at the time, especially for the Xbox 360, that was like the pinnacle because you have a lot of enemy diversity, you have a lot of different weapons, and I mean a lot. The levels are all fairly different as well, you know, and it's like people will just be like, oh no, but Halo Combat Evolved's the best. It's like, why?
No.
Why?
I do think a lot of that is nostalgia pills.
It's definitely.
It's definitely.
Like now, I get that Halo 3. It's like if you don't know the story, fine, you won't get it. But like even then, it's like you really can kind of just jump into it. I don't know.
Like we're almost done with ODST. We're like on mission 8 out of 11, and I think ODST is still better than the Halo 1 and 2. It has backtracking in it, and it's mostly backtracking the whole game, but the environments are so cool and different.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with Halo 3 ODST is that like when you're doing the rookie story, that's the main character you play as, but for the most part, it's kind of open to you. The map is really open. And I think, like Colt's talked about, that was kind of like Bungie. I don't know if 343 was around then. That was kind of them messing around with open world maps. I feel like,
because it's somewhere in Destiny. It feels similar to Destiny at times.
And like the thing is like you play in it takes place in a mega city, New Mombasa in Africa. And it's like for Halo, like this is pretty different, and also the vibe as well. You know, me and Colt were playing it. I completely just forgot and just got thrown back with all like the very jazzy noir kind of vibe to it because you're trying to investigate what happens to your teammates, and it's very the music is very jazzy piano.
It's the best Halo music in my opinion.
Very moody
because that jazz is fucking good.
Yeah.
Now I will say that the Halo CE soundtrack. That fucking like
of course.
that shit's hype as fuck.
Yeah,
all
especially
the Halo's
once
good.
the fucking drums and strings kick in. It's like like that's fucking hype.
Yeah, no, the music all throughout is consistent. Like it's great
good.
consistently. But like Halo 3 ODST like takes it into a different way with the rookie side because when you're investigating each like clue, you go back kind of in the timeline to like who this teammate was in relation to the clue, and the music kind of like kicks back into like the regular Halo music and stuff. It's action, but when you're playing as the rookie, it's at nighttime. It's very moody. It's raining. It's so peaceful, and yet it's like so very dangerous too.
I love like jazz has a lot of those like really complicated like chords that elicit very complex emotions, where you can have like something that's very like aesthetically beautiful, but there's like this tone, like undertone of like sinister.
Yeah, exactly. It's because like, you know, I'm trying to think because when I first played it, it's like with the jazz and stuff, you get this kind of like nice like feeling to it, but then it's like enemies pop up and it's like, oh shit, and like the music's still playing, and it's like kind of like that piece is disturbed, but like still the city is empty, it's quiet. It's really good. I really love ODST, and I remember that was the one thing I Colt remembers and I told him about was that like a lot of people hated ODST.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember that one not being super popular.
but then the people who did love ODST really love ODST.
I'm fucking like playing as the rookie. It feels like I'm going back and investigating a crime scene. It's just like the way everything's empty, but there's still remnants of
Life.
Covenant.
Yeah.
It's so good. Halo ODST. I gotta beat it first, but so far it might just be my favorite Halo game.
And Halo 3, when we played it, I like it's been so long since I played it, and it's just so like I love it so much. And like it just like I know like when OG Xbox 360 and like when that was coming out, it's like I know that's like, from what I can understand, that's like everybody's favorite. That's like the go-to favorite. But like, I mean, really, it's so good. And like with the story too, it's like the characters have so much more life to them. So much history has already been built. So like there's just there's so much to it. And
Nathan Fillion got turned into a computer character.
They say he's still trapped in the game.
yeah, he's still screaming. Let me out.
Let me out. Give me season 2 of Firefly.
But it's so funny because there was a part in there I completely forgot, and I don't know why it sticks with me so much. But there's a scene where the female, one of the female leads, not Cortana, Miranda Keyes, she's like a commander, and there's a part in there where like one of the soldiers asking, the squads are asking where they need to go, where should they go. And she fucking cocks her pistol and says, "To war." And it's like what a fucking cheesy ass 2007 bullshit to say.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man shit right there.
But there was some really cool dialogue before that, and then it's like, you stinked it up right at the last second.
It would be so funny though, because in my mind, I'm like I'm thinking the soldiers like, no, ma'am, we need an actual destination. Where should they go?
It's like, give us coordinates now.
We're kind of already here at
We're
war.
kind of all over the place. They need to know where to go.
Just start firing indiscriminately.
And like, I love action movie lines like that, but you have to walk that fine line of it being badass or just really corny.
Just really dumb. Like, yeah. And that, I was like, that kind of didn't make any sense to do that. But whatever.
I had a very similar incident recently. I was watching this show called Mayans. It's just basically this whole thing about like,
isn't it a biker gang?
it's a biker gang and like there's like organized crime and blah blah blah.
It's like connected to Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
right?
it's essentially the spinoff. But anyhow, like there's a bit where the main character is like in this big Machiavellian like scheme, and he kills one of their like rival bad guys, and he has like a dirty cop working for him, and the dirty cop's like, oh fuck. This dude just got shot. What do I do? Like, is he dead? Usually the writing's pretty fair. And then like the main character who just shot him is like, after the cop asks, it's like, is he dead? Is he alive? And then he turns around and is like, are any of us alive? And he walks off.
I was like, really? that sounds like the fucking We Are the Walking Dead. Like,
oh my god! Like, even reading that in the comic book, I'm like, shut the fuck up, Kirkman.
like
This is not clever.
okay, I get it.
Or
now with Invincible,
we live in a society.
yeah, or like Invincible when they're like, that's Invincible. Like that's
That's
fun.
funny because it's like that.
It's not played as like, oh, this is like a serious bit. Like it's part of the gag.
Yeah, it's part of the gag. Like that. Okay, fuck, that's funny.
And that was like one thing that that just felt really jarring.
And see, it's so funny too because it's like Colt said, there's some really good like dialogue and lines, because that's my favorite is like the dialogue from Halo. Because one of my favorite characters is the Gravemind, and spoiler if you haven't played Halo, the Gravemind is the thing that controls the Flood, and the Gravemind speaks kind of in like poetic, kind of rhymey, and but like everything he says is kind of has religious allusions, and I just love it when he speaks. When he speaks, I'm just like, oh, like yes.
There's a really nice rhythm to it's like as dog shit as Mank was, like the Academy Award nominated movie started getting open. It was there's still like a really nice part of the film, like listening to how people spoke back in the 30s. It's just there's a certain rhythm to it. It's like people don't talk about that anymore, and it's just really interesting to hear that. I love.
Yeah, it's very like quick, like snappy.
And like I generally I just love like kind of more period pieces where they have like this antiquated way of speaking. Like I loved the remake of True Grit Like I
Yeah.
love how like they spoke
Ooh,
in like
that's a good
1800s.
movie.
That's a
Yeah.
good movie too.
Yeah, isn't that with
Matt Damon, Jeff Bridges, and
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld? Yes,
That was like her first
That-
movie.
that
too.
was her, like,
she was
yeah.
nominated for an Academy Award.
as well as she should.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like you have Josh Brolin, Jeff Bridges, and Matt Damon, who are all amazing actors, and they're all in their own right. And this little girl, who's like probably like 13 at the time, was like, "Hold my beer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna act circles around these motherfuckers."
yeah, she was just a kid, and like that, and like now she's like, you know,
She's a singer now,
she's a singer, but she's still an actor.
and she's going to be in the Hawkeye series.
Yep.
as Kate Bishop.
Yep, and she was in Bumblebee, and she was great. And then she was with, she was in that one movie. She was in a teen movie, of course. But
Edge of 17.
yeah, Edge of 17. Yeah, it was good. But anyway, yeah, the Gravemind speaks in a very like slow, patient, thought out kind of mannerism speak. Because he's a very ancient fucking creature, and he's just so fucking sinister. And that was what was cool about, you know, the Flood, is that like the Flood at first glance is like, you know, that's just your basic like zombie kind of character enemy. But then when you get to the Gravemind, it's like, oh, this is a problem, because these things are all being controlled, and they're being controlled by a creature who defeated one of the biggest, or who had pushed one of the biggest fucking empires, technologically advanced races to the brink and essentially killed them off. And he's a master manipulator. He's able to fucking corrupt AI, take and use spaceships and travel. Like, okay, this is a very, very big problem. So yeah, and it's just such a great creature. I'm glad he's dead though. But yeah, fun time. I can't wait for us to get to Reach.
Yeah, I'm just so glad I got my fucking Xbox. That was another thing that happened recently. I got lucky, got Series X pretty quickly.
Oh, and also early this morning, I fucking finished finally after. I started it in January, and today is July. So it's been like 6 fucking months. I finally finished Richard Adams' Watership Down, the book.
Oh wow, I remember you talking about that way earlier in the year.
Yeah. I've been slow going through it, but man, what a fun. It's so good. I would say I like it more than the movie. The movie's good, but this is like 100 times better, just because you get so much more like, you get a lot more stories, and a lot, you kind of like, he really makes you love the characters, even though there's like a ton of different rabbits with different names. You can tell that Adams himself really loved his characters, because in the movie, a lot of rabbits are fucking killed.
Yeah, it's very famous for killing rabbits.
And then in the book, not that many rabbits are killed. There's probably, I think, what I remember, besides, this isn't a spoiler because it happens in the very beginning of the movie, is the reason why the rabbits are on their journey. They're going to a place called Watership Down because they're leaving this place called Sandalford. Sandalford is essentially destroyed by humans for renovations, to build a neighborhood. So their warren, their burrows was destroyed. So like, besides that, I think there's only like 3 rabbits that are actually killed.
Yeah.
4 in the movie. Fucking tons of rabbits are fucking killed.
Yeah, they're just like brutally slaughtered.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that like there's a
a family picture.
there's a rabbit in the book that was that you're introduced to, Blackavar, and you see him in the movie, and he gets killed so quickly, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But then in the book, it's like you get his backstory, he actually talks, you get dialogue, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope he doesn't die. Fucker doesn't die, and I'm like, thank goodness, because Jesus Christ. There's also this one rabbit that every time they meet him, all the rabbits are like, man, I really liked him, but damn it, I wish we didn't have to fight him. His name is Campion. And I'm like, man, I really like Campion too. And doesn't die. And it's like so many fucking like, because in the movie, Campion and all these other rabbits get just slaughtered. And then in this, it's just like the main really, really bad rabbit's the only one that gets, sorry, that's a huge spoiler.
Don't spoil. I want to watch the movie.
Sorry.
Damn, I was waiting to see which these like rabbits get murked, but now what's the point?
No. It's really good. Sorry, I'm getting so ahead of myself. I love the rabbits. My favorite rabbits though are probably you got the main rabbit. You're following Hazel. Hazel, Blackberry, and Bigwig. Bigwig is called Bigwig is because he has a big puff of hair on his head, so they just call him Bigwig. I think his real name is Thaley, which is they're all named after flowers or plants. Sorry, because they're strawberry, blackberry, acorn, pipkin, speedwell, dandelion. Yeah, there's a lot. I love them all, and you can tell. Like I said, you can tell Adams really loved his rabbits too. And I really want to read. There's a second book. But it's not really a sequel. It's kind of just like Tales from Watership Down that I really want to read because it's so good, so good. I recommend both.
Time like this, I kind of miss having my foster rabbit.
Oh yeah,
but I learned pretty quickly that rabbits are definitely a more high maintenance pet.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I remember when I was like, oh man, I want a rabbit, and then I looked it up of how to care for it, and I'm like, I don't want a rabbit.
No, because they shit a lot, and they chew through everything because that's how they measure like their world. It's just like whether they can bite it or not.
Yeah.
But I will say he was he was very cute, and he's like he kind of always followed me. Like he was I would say thirsty for pets. Like he just constantly wanted to be touched. To the point where I remember I was cleaning my room one day and I was like tapping my foot while he was out, and he ran his head underneath my foot just so I could pet him because I was making the same motion with my foot like I would do with my hand when I pet him. He's just I would risk being squished.
Fuck yeah, that's good. Yeah, I remember I looked up different breeds of rabbits, and like there are easier breeds to care for, but it's all the same. It's like you're going to give them a lot of space, and like you said, they shit a lot, and it's like they're going to chew through so much stuff. And there was like this whole thing of like you can get these protectors for stuff to make sure they don't chew on it. That's on ground level, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't want to do this.
They definitely require a lot of patience and care, and like quote, all pets are like high maintenance. There's no such thing as a low maintenance pet, but like definitely there are different levels of care for different animals, and people shouldn't take rabbits lightly because they take a lot more care.
Oh yeah, exactly. It looks cute, but remember, like that's a lot of care. You know?
And we live in a college town, and a lot of these stupid idiots have a problem of like getting pets for like the semester, and then when they go back home, they can't take them home, so they just let them go. I'm
not naming names, but someone I follow on the internet somewhere, they just get a new dog every few months. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. They just got a new dog, just a new puppy, new cute puppy, and then as soon as it's not a puppy, I don't know what happens. I do not know what happens.
Yeah, that annoys the shit out of me.
I know there's a similar thing that once quarantine was sort of winding down, a lot of people got pets during like the heaviest part of it. And then when the world was opening back up, they abandoned them. They threw them out. They took them to shelters. And like, that's fucked up. And then I saw a few things online of how people who got pets in quarantine that did keep them, they didn't train their animals at all. So when they're finally taking their pets like to the dog park and things like that, they have no idea how they're acting on other animals or people. They aren't even like really trained to the owner either. They're just like running around like pell-mell, and it's like, I'm really glad you have this wayward animal in front of all these people and you can't control.
And that's the annoying thing too, is that like you can still train them. It's just you have to put the time into it. And like
and I mean, if you're going to have an animal, I mean, you need to put the time into it.
I mean, and that's the thing that makes me so sad and just so angry too, is that like people just treat these animals like I mean, like they're objects, just stuff to just have.
They're accessories.
To get accessories, and it's just like. They're living things.
They're babies.
Like they can't and then you have these fucking people who have fucking kids, and it's just like, fuck. Are you serious?
They'd give away that kid if they could.
And then there are people who would defend them and be like, oh well, a dog is different from a child. It's like, yeah, a dog and a cat are easier.
And plus, like, obviously, you shouldn't be willy-nilly because, like, obviously, the whole, like, sentiment is, like, animals, live so much shorter lives, so, like, the time they're here is, like, should be taken care of because, like, you can get 100 dogs or however many dogs you want, but, that dog only has one life. And obviously, like, there's a reason why I don't have a pet. I mean, I live in a house with pets. But the thing is, like, I know full and well with my own personality and my own schedule, like, I wouldn't be able to give that animal the time it deserves.
Yeah.
Because, like, what's the point of me getting a pet if I'm just going to keep it in a box all day and then when I'm finally home, not paying any attention to it?
Yeah.
Like, I just wouldn't be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way, and like I've thought about like getting a cat because relatively they're lower maintenance depending on the cat. But like I'm like you, it's like I don't. Well, one, we also have Darwin and Piper, and I don't want to like upset them too. And that'd be a whole process of trying to get them acclimated to one another,
And vice versa, yeah.
And it's just like, nah, this ain't worth it.
And,
Yeah.
and Darwin and Piper, God bless them. They're as much fun as they are a handful too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're they can be a little neurotic. And then like you were saying, how like people do the same thing, but with like human children too. That's why I am never having kids, because I know I will accidentally fuck up that kid.
I mean,
Too much work. I would accidentally squeeze it when I get scared. It's dead. No.
Fucking Colt is like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
You know what?
Sometimes I am.
Fucking play it safe. But like that's the thing is that they bring these children and they raise them and they end up either, I can't say kill them because sometimes they're not that incompetent, but they essentially fuck them up forever. And because they're so fucked up, they either are, it's like another statistic, or they either damage other people or the world around them in some way, shape, or form. And it's like, this wouldn't happen if you either didn't have them or took better care of them.
Or you got fucking therapy, because I remember going through high school, like how all the horror stories I hear kids who are like just being like treated awfully by their parents. I'm kind of like, wow, I'm just one, grateful that my parents are decent human beings, but also two, just like I really wish there was like some sort of something in place that people help they need, because obviously the parents, they never got the shit they needed to get straightened out, and then like a lot of times they don't plan to have this child, so like they're not in a place mentally or economically to have this child, and so like it's just all these things piled together to make this like perfect storm of shit.
And then like on top of that, like the school we all went to was pretty low income too.
Yeah.
So like you just have like generational poverty on top of that. It's
Of course.
It's just like a perpetual cycle of abuse and trauma.
It's complex, and like you said, it's like even if a person has bad parents like that, they definitely can get help, because it's not like lost cause.
Yeah.
If you're one of those fuckers who are having children like this, fuck you, the world's watching.
Yeah, like and not in like the other way, where like, oh, these kids are like my product, like the people who are like the parents are like, oh, welcome to my YouTube show where like I just show my kids' entire life.
That's hell.
I get
That's
really
hell.
Yeah,
uncomfortable
you don't own them. They're not your property. They're human beings. Take care of them, and do that for other animals. Like just any living thing. Fuck.
Yeah, and then like something I just remembered as we were talking about this. Y'all remember that python that got released?
Yes.
2 years ago? They still have not found it.
That python's still in the woods around here.
That is terrifying.
He's just chilling.
Just eating cats.
Although I will say I would flip if that python showed up in Magic City Con next year.
That's crazy, though. That's very irresponsible. And
I imagine, like,
Because I was at work and I saw the paper, and there was like the headline was "Still have not found python."
Either that snake has, like you said, eaten a lot of runaway animals or cats, or it's dead.
I think probably some crazy redneck pit found it and said, you know what, this is my new pet.
Or they killed it.
Or they killed it, yeah.
But
growing up in the backwoods of Alabama, you see a snake, you kill it.
But the thing is, if they killed it, they would probably show it everywhere.
If it was like a python, especially, if you're out in the woods in the sticks and you see like this giant varmint, they're going to show it off. Like, how many pictures have you seen personally, or just like from like media of like, oh, there's this like, old good old boy, he found like Hogzilla. It's got tied up to a tree. Check this shit out.
Yeah. So
hell, my dad's like he shot a snake like last year, and it's like, check out this copperhead I shot, Pat. And it's like, that's fucking huge, Dad.
Yeah, that's one weird thing about like rednecks around here. They love to show off dead animals. Like, I understand hunting, but like why are you showing me this possum? Why are you showing me this raccoon? I think those are cute.
You know, the thing
They're
is
cute from
that
far
like
away.
I was like, yeah, hunting, but now over time I'm just like
I still feel weird about hunting. And,
I'm
like,
just
being
like,
proud.
what the fuck?
For game.
The thing with me, like, if you're just hunting for sport, that's fucked.
Yeah.
But, like, I will say in Alabama's defense for once, most of the people around here, like, who deer hunt in particular, they will use all that.
They
They
will.
will eat the deer. They
And
will.
if they don't, they'll give that food to
and
everyone
they
else.
will give that food away. You need to find yourself a redneck friend, and they will give you deer sauce.
God bless
And
them.
it's amazing.
That is true. Yeah, they do try to do that. It's just always weird to me though when a person takes a picture of them with an animal and they're smeared it's blood on
Yeah,
their
that's
face.
pretty fucked up.
Like I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, where the fuck did y'all see
No,
that?
that's a
shit?
normal hunting thing.
That's a
like
normal
for
hunting
like
thing.
the first kill as a kid, you
yeah,
always smear the
that
blood
is
on your
the
face.
thing. Like their first kill, they'll just like it's some weird rite of
But
passage.
then-
It's like
but
God,
then-
I'm glad my dad wasn't into that shit.
But even then, it's like I'll just see like it's not even their first kill anymore. These people just have blood smeared all over their hands. I'm like, use a fucking gloves. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I
It's
will
like-
say, of course, my dad tried to get me to hunting. And the thing is, just like I'm too fucking impatient. Like I'm not gonna sit in the woods for 8 goddamn hours for the chance that you may see an animal. I'm just like, fuck that.
And then on top of that, you see it, you may not even hit it,
you know,
depending on how well the rifle's sighted.
Or how good of a shot you
I
are.
will
which is
say,
I'm not
the-
one.
The one time I went hunting, it was nice because if you're hunting like with somebody, for me it was with my brother-in-law. You can like it's just good reading time because you can just bring a book and just read because you don't talk much. Or at
Well,
all.
I know some
Yeah.
people that's like they're like their quiet time. That's their way to get away and just chill out. And like I understand that part, but like for me, like that's not my bag. So like
Sure.
for me, like being in the woods like 5 miles deep for hours at a time, that's not my idea of a good time. But if
And
you do
it's
it, that's hell yeah.
and then on top of that, it's expensive because you have to pay to.
Yeah, the hunting license, the hunter license, and then like the hunter club's fee is stupid high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like guns are pretty expensive. Like despite what the right wants guns to be, I mean, guns are pretty expensive.
I don't understand why you'd want to hunt. Why not just just do fishing? If you want the same kind of feeling, go fishing.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. That's what people do in the summer, and then in the winter they either
hunt.
They either deer hunt or in the spring they turkey hunt
Yeah.
or
But
duck,
but
or
fishing's
duck
fun.
hunt.
I love fishing. I haven't gone fishing in real life since I was like 8, but I love it in video games.
The last time I went fishing was like 2013, 2014, and it was fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
I want to go. And like Colt said, every time we get a chance to fish in a video game, we go fucking fishing. I want to go fishing.
I do too.
Are we going to do an episode, Lads Go Fishing?
I
mean,
would love to. When's when I've been talking
We've
about
been
it for
talking
Y'all
years.
talked about that
okay,
before.
like I'm honestly down if y'all are.
No, I mean we've talked about this before. We want to go fucking fishing. like
We said, we could just steal Tanner's brother's poles. We'll just somehow work that out.
yeah. No, every time me and my dad talk about Florida or like when we were going to Florida, I was like, man, I want to go fishing out there. Like man, I don't know. Fishing's just great.
Like deep sea fishing.
Deep sea fish.
Deep sea fishing scares the
deep
shit
sea
out of me
fishing
though.
or just fucking I mean like there's there's rivers like the Everglades, all that shit, the swamps. Like just go
yeah.
fishing out there.
Preferably, I'd love to fish on a stream.
To be fair, where it's like you can fish there, not like just go
Yeah.
like wild fishing wherever, legally and in a safe area.
I'm going to go fishing in the LA River. See what I get there.
And I will say there is something satisfying where you catch all those fish, you bring them home, you fucking scale them, you gut them, you cook them, and they taste good.
The best catfish I've ever had was one that I've caught.
Oh yeah, it's almost like it tastes better. But granted, catfish scared me.
Because I was about to say when Winslow was first talking about like killing an animal and then like rubbing its blood on your face, for whatever reason, the first thing that came to mind was noodling, where you stick your hand in the hole and pull out the catfish.
I don't like it.
God, that makes me so uncomfortable,
what?
but I can't turn away.
Have you not heard of noodling?
What's that?
It's just saying that a lot of rednecks do. I don't know anybody personally, but basically you just go out to like this muddy ass creek And catfish, they make their nest toward like the edges of the water, basically in mud. They'll just dig out a hole in the mud, and then they'll lay their eggs in it. And the male will stay behind to guard the eggs.
Oh.
And what the thing is like dudes will just like reach their hand down in the holes and to pull out a catfish. And then like a lot of times these are fucking huge catfish. Like,
but because catfish, as long as they have enough food, they can grow to any size.
Yeah.
you know, they never stop growing. They grow to the size of their environment. So you see like some good old boy like yank his hand out, and it's like a 3-foot long catfish.
Well,
like,
and then on top of that, like their whiskers, they have like little reversed barbs
Yeah.
on the inside of their mouth.
So once they can shoot them motherfuckers. So they shoot you into your hands. I mean, you're gonna have to go to the doctor. For
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot of times where you see like the boys like they'll pull their arm out and they're gushing blood.
I haven't seen someone noodle without bleeding all over the place. I don't know the appeal.
Isn't there a type of catfish or maybe that's a stingray that produces an electric current?
There are electric catfish, but I don't know that they're probably not the same catfish that they noodle for, unless there's
No.
like
Oh no fucking way.
that'd be a good shit.
No, that's funny because I do know there's this one. I remember I just randomly saw this one person on Instagram who their whole thing was that they would literally, I would honestly say they worked out, but I don't know. What they would do is they would have their arm in the water, and that's how they got fucking fish. Was the whole fucking fish would grab their whole fucking arm and they would yank it out of the water.
That's
That's
some,
noodling, baby.
that's some crazy tough shit there.
And they're all basically these dudes are like 85% callous anyway, and then it just like. Yeah, they have like a fucking like high water mark. They have you see like the little like bite marks going up their arm.
Yeah, no, this was like a woman. It was crazy. She was hauling in some big ass fish. I was like, shit.
It's like muscle mommy save.
I haven't seen that account in forever though. But
You
yeah,
sound like you're sad. You miss it.
maybe.
What about you, Pat and Jonathan? I feel like we haven't heard anything about your weeks.
No, we talked about cum and cock.
That's
And
not their
we
weeks.
talk about cum, cock, and catfish.
Yeah.
3 C's.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I'll go ahead and then we'll save your story for last. But for me, it's been ramping up at work. We're getting ready to move to a new building, and I'm just sort of like dreading the headache of like 10 people trying to move an entire building worth of shit. But outside of that, I'm going through my comic pile. I had like a month of like comics piled up on top of birthday gifts. I got several volumes of Doro Hey Doro from Cole, and I had Shimmy gave me like the entire collection of Fire Punch from the creator of Chainsaw Man. So I'm going through those, and like I started Fire Punch the other day. It's pretty cool, although there's some shit. There's some shit in the first chapter.
Okay, because I have heard, like, I wanted to read it, and then everyone was like, that beginning, though.
The first
It's
fucking
only the
volume,
beginning.
The first fucking volume. It's like I'm just like, it's good, but fuck, I can't get past that. But I am gonna read it though.
The rest of it has some of that, but it's not nearly as bad as spoilers for Volume 1 of Fire.
Because I was about to say, you got to tell me what it is, unless it's
Spoilers.
Well,
not safe for life.
There's 2 things in the first volume. The first thing is the brother is in a weird. It feels incesty with his sister.
Well, no, it's more. It's more of the sister.
The sister, there's a point because in this world, it's an afterworld. It's like this like perpetual like winter, and there's a moment because in this world people have superpower, or some people have powers, and this boy and his sister, they make money by cutting off their limbs to sell as meat to the town they live in, but they have regenerative powers they grow back.
It's their blessing.
Yeah,
that's what their
blessings.
powers in this world are called, a blessing. And there's a
that's
bit,
bleak.
huh?
I said that's bleak.
Oh, it's really bleak.
It's really fun, but there's a point in the later after one night where they're in bed together, the sister just gets a hair up her ass. It's like, brother, will you have a baby with me?
Yeah, and the reason why is she.
fucking Japan.
The reason why is because she's like, we have to do our part.
Well, the good thing is, more spoilers for Fire Punch. The incest stuff doesn't go on for long. The sister burns to death, so you don't have to worry about the incest
And
stuff.
the brother didn't reciprocate, although there was a moment while he's perpetually burning to death, he imagined himself and his sister with a baby. So
Yeah.
that's weird, but
yeah,
obviously, if that's too weird of a bug for you, it's okay. You don't have to read it. There's plenty of other stuff out
and
there.
if that's not,
like
this
Chainsaw
might
Man.
be. This next thing might be.
All right, let's hear it, Colt.
Spoiler.
This is the first volume now.
Spoiler.
The one of the little kids in the manga is a cute little kid. oh my God, the precious little sugar baby. He has a little sugar that flows in the wind. He's like, there's my sugar.
He loves to eat sugar. So great. His name is Sun, isn't it?
Yeah, Sun, because he's the brightness of the world that they're in.
Yeah. I just met him.
And, well, I don't want to spoil it. Never mind.
If you just met him, then don't say
I thought
it.
you finished volume 1. Never mind.
Yeah, okay. There's some stuff happening.
All right. So yeah, don't worry, it gets something.
The manga gets better. It's got those wacky shock moments that are clearly for just like.
But I mean, it's
shock.
fucking brutal though.
Yeah, it's Tatsuki Fujimoto, creator of Chainsaw Man.
Because like literally, this dude because of his because the bad guy who used up fire power to burn down his village, his gimmick is, my fire burns as long as there's fuel. And because he set this dude on fire who has a regenerative ability, he's constantly on fire. And he's burning alive for 8 years straight until he's able to like morph his healing ability to compensate for his body constantly being on fire.
Yeah, it's some tough shit.
It's pretty cool.
That's fucking brutal.
It's it's real badass though, because like the guy, his name is like General Domo. So this kid basically he can super regenerate, and he has Domo's fire, which makes him super powerful.
And that fire, whatever it's on, it burns for the rest.
Whatever it touches, it burns
until the fuel source is gone completely.
Yeah.
So since he regenerates constantly, he's gonna be on fire for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
which is forever
until he beats the bad guy. Because oncological inertia. You beat the thing that makes the thing, it goes away. That's how almost everything works in fiction.
Yeah.
Until spoilers, it doesn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he looks so cool. It was so weird, too, because so much time passed. I was like, damn, he was like a little kid, and now he's like full fucking grown.
He's just a grown-ass dude. He's just like on... oh, God, what is that? I'm just thinking of that picture from an album of a dude in a suit walking on fire.
I know what you're talking about,
no
but
idea.
I don't know what the band
I feel
is.
stupid for not knowing, but it's a very classic.
I don't know.
What
Colt
is
doesn't...
it? Hold on. I think... Hold on, let me pull it up.
You don't feel stupid. Cole and I don't know.
I mean, I know the
You know
image.
it, but you don't remember.
You don't know, like...
It's not the one with the monk burning. I know what you're
Oh, no, a
talking
guy
about.
The
in a
one
suit.
with the monk burning, that's Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
I think it's Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd.
Maybe.
Fire Punch.
Fire Punch.
Good manga. Good manga.
That one?
No. That's a different one.
That's a different one. But anyhow, actually, I got a bunch of manga recently that I've just been going through.
I should say I also got a bunch of manga, too, because Colt, for my birthday, he got me the fucking first 4 volumes of Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga
hell yeah.
kicks ass.
Yeah,
It is so good.
I'm
It's
excited.
my favorite manga. I wanted to give the gift of Vinland Saga to Wenzel.
Shitty gift.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Because I have a humble bundle of, I think, like the first handful of volumes, like first 10 or so.
Yeah.
But, back when Humble Bundle wasn't like shit. In case you didn't know, because Humble Bundle is the thing where you could donate as much money for something, and then you get like a stupid cool prize pack of like games, books, whatever. Then Humble Bundle did this bullshit where they set a cap on how much money you could donate to a charity. Not instead of you just pay whatever you want. And then it's just like, that's shitty. That's the whole point, was to pay as much as you want. Now you can only do like, I don't know, $25 or something. But I got some cool shit while it lasted. I got like a 10 volumes of Vinland Saga, like 10 volumes of Fire Force.
Ooh.
Like the entire IDW run of Transformers comics.
Fuck.
That was like
That's awesome.
stupid. Like I have so many. I'm still going through those.
Shit. That's awesome. Yeah. No, it's funny though, because for Vinland Saga, I'm so excited. When I'm gonna read a book, if I know I'm gonna read something within my immediate vicinity, I put it on my desk. I have so many fucking stacks of books on my desk, and one of the stacks is Vinland Saga, because I love looking at it. I want to read it. So, but yeah.
Yeah, there for a while, because I have like a queen size bed. All of my new books I would just put on a pile to read at night. So by the time I got to all of them, just like there's literally like 10 books sitting on the corner of my bed.
Fuck. Yeah.
One of the first ones I got for that pile was Die Dart. It was the new series by Q Hayashi, the woman who made Dorohedoro. It's really cool. it's even goofier than Dorohedoro in a lot of ways.
The designs look darker though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the designs are like more like scary and depraved, but like the story is more silly.
Oh, okay.
It's really fun.
I'm for
I think it has like I think the second volume should be out later this year.
Its second volume comes out in July this month.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it. If you like Dorohedoro, you'll really like Die Dark.
My manga collection is fucked. I've gotten so much manga. Recently, an order I placed just went through for, what is it called? Monster. I got all the 9 volumes of Monster.
Monster is fantastic. I got the first omnibus edition, like the first 2-3 volumes. Killer. Literally.
And then I saw Pluto. Every single volume of Pluto is in stock online. So I got all of the Pluto.
You depraved motherfucker.
And I didn't have to pay more than asking price, so I paid base price.
Pluto's really hard to find. Where'd you get it at?
Amazon.
You know, it was funny. Fuck Amazon, by the way. It was
Yeah.
funny because I remember recently I had to stop by his house for something, and he showed me his collection in his room, and he was like, all right, I'm going to start slowing down on buying manga. And then this motherfucker buys more manga.
Because he got literally like
He has
all
a shelf blocking his window.
I don't need light.
The three like compendium volumes of Invincible.
He has all of Akira, the
all
big
of Akira,
box.
the 6 mega volumes of Akira. This boy going broke on
and
manga.
he pre-ordered the Demon Slayer collection.
And then like all of like the deluxe library editions of Berserk.
Fight back! Fight back!
Hey, those Berserks were the first ones on my list. I got those. That's what started this hell.
The thing is, though, I'm not angry at you. I'm just
I was like,
envious.
no, I'm mad, jealous, but also kind of like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm mad that you have all this cool shit that I want to read, but also too, I'm very concerned about your finances.
I'm
Colt.
fine.
No, he's fine. It's just I'm concerned about the space, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I don't have any more room.
Because, like, no, I mean, he said to me, he was like, I'm running out of space, so I'm going to slow down. And then he buys more.
It's just like
Now,
it's on sale.
Like I said, I'm not angry at you. I'm not making fun of you because I'm out of space and I have gotten so many fucking books. Like,
I'm gonna go
Jesus.
through all of it at some point.
Yeah, I know that's the plan. Is like I want to read this shit, but like I don't know.
I'm not just buying anything that comes up and is on sale, because if I did that, I would be broke.
Yeah.
And I would have a lot of shitty series.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, the thing is that, like, I'm very careful about what I buy. Like, I buy stuff that I know I would like. And if I don't like it, it's fine. You know, you can just, I don't know, sell it or something. Whatever.
I mean, a book's a book.
Who fucking cares?
You can sell it pretty easily, especially manga. That stuff
you
goes
can
up.
flip that pretty easily.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, Chainsaw Man?
We got the trailer for Chainsaw Man.
Hype as shit!
Yep.
I am so... No, I know Colt said it. I know I've seen a lot of people say it. I've rewatched it so many fucking times. I got emotional watching it. Fuck.
It looks so good. It's what I was hoping to, because I was low key a little worried it'd be like all like CG anime. It's like,
I was kind of worried too, but then I was like, you know, if it's Mappa, they're probably going to go the route of Jujutsu Kaisen, and that's kind of what they did, and I'm so happy.
and it looks gorgeous. I actually got Shimmy with Volume 5 of Chainsaw Man. It was all nice and rainbow, just in time for Pride.
Yeah.
And it's got one of the best pictures in all of the manga in it.
That's such a good fucking... Wait.
What? Yeah. What the
Okay.
fuck do you think I'm talking about?
No, it's okay. The cover is just perfect.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
beautiful cover.
And what's really cool is that we're kind of in this era of like series that go really hard, really fast. Because like, not to say there won't be like big, long running things like like Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. It's just like we're in this sort of little climate right now where like a lot of big series are relatively short. Demon Slayer, it's over in Japan. Promised Neverland, Chainsaw Man's only 97 chapters.
For now.
For now. You get Chainsaw Shippuden
part
or whatever.
1 is arc, the first arc.
And so like it's interesting to sort of like to grow up with like these like quote eternal series, and then you have like all these sort of heavy hitters like My Hero's technically coming to an end fairly soon.
Fairly soon, whatever that means.
I mean, of course, fairly soon is a very relative term.
Yeah.
In
It's
manga
just,
land.
Yeah.
Because I would think My Hero would be the closest to like like a Naruto, One Piece, or Bleach in terms of like this could be a long runner.
Yeah.
And by comparison, it's still very.
It's still very long. They're in the 300s in terms of chapters.
I've been bringing it up with Wenzel and in this main chat that Chainsaw Man, going back to Chainsaw Man, I think they can cover all 96 chapters in that one season, as long as it's 24 to 26 episodes. Because, like, these chapters are already pretty short.
Like, even for manga, like, Chainsaw chapters can be pretty quick.
I don't know. Maybe I think because from what it looks like, I know that the preview is just a preview, but I feel like it would make sense for them to do season 1 up until, like, essentially, I guess what would be the big, I don't know. Because it's such a fucking ride, it seems like every time would be a cliffhanger.
Yeah, there's not a single point that I would be comfortable with them stopping. I wouldn't be happy if they didn't finish it personally.
I think if they, I don't know, because it's so short, I can see how, like, if it was given, like, 24, 26 episodes, it could be done that way. But then also I could see it being like, all right, season 1, season 2, that's it, maybe.
I can see them going season 2, but just like knowing the pace that Chainsaw Man keeps, like, and it's not like it's frenetically paced, or it's like choppily paced. It's that it proceeds in such a way that it feels like natural to the story. It doesn't feel like, oh, we're like just like shortchanging stuff. No, it's not truncated at all. It keeps like a whip fast pace.
And that's the thing. That's why I'm like trying to like apply that to anime. I'm like, it's a completely different rhythm, and I think what would be cool if the episodes were longer and then just do like a full fucking like 26 episodes and then have like maybe actual full-fledged like 30-40 minute episodes. I think you could probably wrap it up like that.
That's never happening.
I think you could do that though.
I mean, you could, but it's Japanese anime.
They're not going to break, the
I know. I'm just saying though
format.
that would make sense. But reasonably, I think it would be season 1, season 2. If they still have unfinished stuff, depending on where they're going, season 3. I don't see it going past season 3.
I feel like that's way too much for those chapters.
I feel like you're putting too much into it.
I'm thinking you don't realize how much these chapters go by so quickly because
dude, I read it before you. I
know. But you're not thinking about how the there's not much dialogue there. It's mostly with Tatsuki Fujimoto. I feel like there's not much dialogue. It's mostly and there's a point where it's a lot of pictures.
Fair enough. That's fair.
And when it comes to that point, there's like 4 chapters in a row where it's like stuff, and you can get like 1 episode out of 5 chapters.
That's fair because a lot of my favorite scenes there's no dialogue in them. It's just an image. So.
Or 10 chapters.
I can see that. I don't know. We'll see. But like talking about the overall like preview, the preview, like you said, it captures the fucking manga like close as it can possibly fucking get to the manga to a fucking T. It looks so good. And then also, I'm glad they like whatever music they use for it. Perfect, because I didn't want anybody to get because like watching it, I was like, I hope nobody gets the idea that this is gonna be like some kind of silly, just straight up action kind of manga. No, this is
they didn't give that off at all.
No. It's like
Kensuke Ushio's doing that soundtrack.
Yeah,
and he nailed it. You can feel the depression seeping through.
Yeah, I know. I'm like this. Like you get it just from the preview. Horror, dread, doom, sadness, just from that preview. Because like that little section right there where like it shows them all having a happy time. It's like TV cuts off. It's like, yep, that ain't happening. That's a fantasy, motherfuckers. And then we get the real shit, the real crazy fucking shit. Ugh, I'm so excited.
It really is sort of, this is the calm before the storm, because like I've already seen like a lot of like smattering even before the trailer hit of like people like, Chainsaw Man. It's really going to pop the fuck off.
Yeah, it's gonna like, man, because like, I remember there was that whole thing about the Chainsaw Man, like, the logo for the physical manga. People were upset about it. They're like, oh, we don't like the font. It's too silly. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
I think the English looks good. I know that was a big thing of like, oh my god, the German and Japanese volumes covers look so much better. I don't care. I think the English looks fine.
I'm like, I don't care. The English looks fine. And it's like, oh, but it makes it feel like it's too silly. It's like, not to me.
I mean, the series is silly, but like it's still like there's a lot of like dread and horror.
But I mean, that's the thing. Is like the deep, like Chainsaw Man underneath the surface is very much a dark and dread-inducing like series, despairing as well. And it's like, they wanted the font to reflect that, but I'm like, I mean, it kind of has some silliness. I mean, fuck,
The main character is horny as fuck.
The main character's so horny. Like, come on.
There's gonna be a point. The thing is, it's gonna be popular, but it's gonna have so much backlash from people because, like, there's some situations plot wise that are like, ooh.
Yeah, there's some stuff on what I have read. It's like that's a little like sketch, but like I will say that I've been surprised that there have been people who like they physically fervently hate every pervy character in anime. They actually like the main character.
Actually, yeah, that's the same thing too. I follow artists who like hate that trope. They really like Denji.
I mean, Denji's done differently. He's horny, but he's not Master Roshi like sexual assault horny.
No, and like
Yeah.
and like also he's like a pubescent teenager.
Yeah, he's like he asks permission. He's a consent person. That's a good person. Not good. That's what you should be the bare minimum.
It's like that should be the baseline.
That should be the baseline. But, it's. I think it's some of it is done, in like a very, I guess honest way. Like I don't know.
He's very like he's very based in a way. I wouldn't say because of a spoiler. Like a lot of his like motivation going forward is just like to touch titties. Like he's very nakedly on Front Street about how horny he is. Of course, there are developments. So there's like some depth that comes to him.
But that's the thing about Denji is that he develops, as a character. Yeah. So.
But it is funny to like I don't want to die without touching titties.
Boobs.
Like, and then he just starts like cutting the fuck out of some monsters.
Yep. All to get some boobs, touch some boobs. Because
I just know there's gonna be people who are like, oh my god, I love these cute designs. Oh my god, hot anime lady. And then, like, they're going to see some stuff that happens. They're like, this sucks. I do not like this anymore. I don't want to be on this train. I can see that happening completely. Like how I think with the next few seasons of Jujutsu Kaisen, people are going to jump off of that. Because there's some stuff they're going to be like, oh, this fucking sucks. I don't like this. I didn't sign on for this. It's stuff that you and I are okay with, and we're like, this is still good. But there's a lot of bad things that happen.
I'm very okay with it. I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah. No, I will say, too, in the preview, too, Cole pointed this out that I had to go back and watch it and listen to it very closely, that when it's like, when the preview's ending, you can hear a fucking chainsaw revving up.
Which is a reference
to something in the manga, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, not like, I know, because I saw a lot of people were like, is Chainsaw Man a horror manga? And I'm like, in some parts, it very much is.
Very much so.
And it very much is a terrifying manga, and I fucking love it. Fujimoto does a fantastic job. Like, oh my god. I'm so excited.
It's a very visceral horror manga. And, like, as someone who's, like, spent the last, like, year, like, basically quarantined, like, getting into horror for real, so to have like this new cool thing like to come along with it, this new interest, like hell yeah, this rocks.
Yeah, I know, being so much into horror and then having this, I'm like, holy, like this just adds to the fucking arsenal, fuck.
Hell yeah.
Hey everybody, we're gonna take a break real quick. We'll be right back with you. Hold tight. Welcome back, everybody. Back on the banter train. Now, I think Jonathan's got a story that they've been holding in this whole time.
God.
That's waiting to just express themselves everywhere.
Release it all over us.
Y'all don't know how fucking relevant that is. Y'all need to stop.
Hot and ready.
Okay, so this week has been kind of busy at work. We're switching software systems. And our corporate department just fucking blows. They're a bunch of fucking morons. But today was especially busy because I was busy, like, testing out new system on top of doing my regular job. I get back from lunch, and usually, like, the minute I park my truck in the parking lot, and it's a pretty far walk from my truck to the door, then to the bathroom, I have to shit. All right. So today was especially bad. So, I get out of my truck. I'm trying to walk fast enough to get to where I need to fast, but not fast enough that it
all gets out.
Yeah, a turd plops out.
So you're like running as fast as you can by trying to like slam your butt cheeks shut.
That's
man.
the worst. Because you know
Man,
you're
these
going to
past
shit.
couple weeks, my butt cheeks have been iron. So, I get there. I have like a bunch of shit I have to put down. I just throw it, and it is one of those awful shits. Like you undo your belt, you pull your pants down, and your butt hasn't even touched the toilet seat yet, and it's just
I feel that.
it's just hot liquid Duke. All right. So because of that, there was a. We haven't even got to the best part yet. There was a lot of wiping that needed to be done. So there was a lot of toilet paper being used. So I got myself all nice and clean. I went to flush it. And it went...
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, wait, it's clogged or that was the flushing?
No, it clogged.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let it sit there for a few minutes because it's only me and my boss in the office.
Oh, fuck.
So
You blame it on her.
Well, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. So I'm in the. So I let it sit for a little bit so that the paper can get loose and you cannot. So I start looking around to try to find a plunger. Didn't have one. So there was I found a giant stick up at my old desk.
Oh, no.
So
Where was the stick?
it was at my old desk at the front desk.
Of course, the stick, the desk stick. You always have those.
Well, like because the way the front desk used to work. I mean, we're still closed, but it's one of those little gates that you raise up.
Yeah.
So you need like a stick to get leverage to. Cause, I mean, it's a heavy ass
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
And now it's broken and it won't open.
Now it's used for something else.
Yeah.
I the whole time I was just imagining that you had this like a big ass tree limb that you had by your
That's what I
front
was
desk.
picturing.
That you just like to swat at the like the ornery old
Away.
folks.
Away.
I mean, honestly, I think this stick was like a like one of those push broom handles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I go and I use that stick to try to break it up. And what I'd actually done had just made it worse.
How?
Did you push it? Did you push it too far down deep? Like compacted it?
I think so.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm like, okay, I think it's good. I hit the little handle to flush it. Water goes everywhere.
Oh God!
This is nightmare. This is nightmare.
This is nightmare scenario 1.
Okay, so I'm like, and it's not just water; it's doo-doo water.
Yeah.
So like, I'm immediately like running. I'm like, I'm getting out of this shit.
What? You're the only two people in there.
Nightmare scenario 1. Red contingency.
So, and like half the bathroom is just
DEFCON
Under
1.
dookie water.
DEFCON 1
God,
immediately.
it was so gross.
Or 5.
And like I'm walking out, I'm trying not to puke.
Fair.
So one of the old offices we keep the janitor stuff. You've seen like those like carts that have like all the like trash bags.
Yeah.
Janitor's dead.
Well, like because we pay someone to come, but they only come at like 4:30.
That's a weird time to come, right, boys?
I mean, there's no weird time.
Well, why 4:30? Anyway, sorry.
Anywho, this was like like 1:30 in the afternoon. So I'm like,
Sun's at the peak.
so I go to I was like, I hope this door's unlocked so I can like covertly move this back. And I don't have to ask my boss for the key. It was locked.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I have to go to my boss. I'm like, do you have a master key to the offices? She's like, yeah. It's like, what? It's like the toilet in the men's room overflowed.
No, damn it.
I mean, that's the
No,
best way you can go about it.
Yeah, you say it's not like, hey boss, I just dropped a fat one in there and it got stuck.
No. I would say, stop asking questions. You stupid bitch. Stop asking questions.
Well, I'm not asking questions.
It's just like,
Hold that door.
God, and she's like, okay, well we can. It's like you can. It's like, all right. There's also a plunger in the women's restroom. I'm like, wow, that would have been nice to know like 20 minutes ago. So
What's going on in the women's restroom, right?
Big
boys?
shit. Big
Right,
clogging
boys? Right,
shits.
right.
So like she gives me the plunger. I get that cart. I'm cleaning this shit up, and God, it was so gross.
Ah, I bet.
And I can't believe I just talked about this on the show.
No, that's not that bad.
well, I had a couple of duty stories I was going to compliment that with.
Yay! Duty talk.
I was going to say, one, it reminded me of a reality show I watched. It's like some old lady who ran like a security company, and like her like weird, gross employees. I mean, they were all nice, but they're just like everybody was just butt ugly. Anyhow,
Wow, okay.
her husband was a character on there, and he talked about how he's just like this decrepit old man, but despite his age, he still takes like monster shits every time he lays a turd, and to the point where he always clogs the commodes. It's like, I got a system that I don't keep clogging up the toilet at work. So what I do, I just lay out a Walmart bag, just drop my shit in
I
it,
don't like this.
and then take this like stick off a tree and breaks it into pieces to flush down the pieces individually.
What
Okay.
the fuck?
Okay. What? I have another story.
I don't like how you got
is
that
this
one.
similar? This is bad.
But but that was his system. Also, you talking about, you were joking like, oh, the women's restroom is full of turds and big dumps. If I learned anything from my years at working at a podunk grocery store, the women's restroom is by far the worst. Because like I would say there are refugee camps with better bathrooms than the one that I had to clean back in the day. Because there was one time in the public women's restroom overflowing with shit water, and it's because somebody had the bright idea to flush a catheter tube down the toilet they had just shat in.
Wait, you don't shit in cat.
Don't ask me how it happened, because all I know is there's just volcanic amount of doo-doo water in this women's bathroom. And then when they finally found what the plug was, it was a catheter tube.
You just see me disappear.
I don't know how people do this. Like,
People,
how do you do this?
I don't get it. You know, the thing is that I think about animals. There's no fucking way wolves, rabbits, lizards, there's no fucking way any of them have these issues like we do.
I don't know. Darwin takes man shit.
No, he hates human-sized turds.
No, but that's the thing is that, like, you'll this sounds so stupid. You'll never hear a shitting story from them.
Yeah, you'll never hear a shitting story from a dog.
Well,
I say that.
I would say, like, but animals and humans are different because, like, animals aren't, like, malicious with their shit. It's purely a function of their body. Because human beings will be like,
okay.
it's like, I have to use the bathroom. What will I do? Will I put it in this bowl of clean water like I normally? No, I'm gonna open up the back tank and just drop my hot load in there.
That's true. Humans are malicious when it comes to their
Yeah.
shit. Now animals can have tummy troubles or whatever. I remember there was that one video of that fucking snake farting. Crazy.
That's funny as shit.
Craziest shit I've ever seen. I didn't even know that. I was like, what the fuck?
And that was a fat ass fart
That was a
too.
fat fucking snake, and you know that thing laid a heavy duty shit.
Oh yeah, it just smells like 6-month-old rats in that
God,
commode.
damn it.
Oh man.
What was your other story?
I love how the back half of the episode is just shit.
We started with cum, now we're shitting.
Alrighty. I mean, you said you wanted more shit. So my little brother, he is low functioning autistic, and a common thing with some autistic people is they have like stomach issues. So my brother, like, if Guinness was there, he would be like 10-time world champion in shit.
I know Cody's told me about the world record shits that he's made in the past. I don't know how Cody finds these things out. I guess you tell him, but
No. Well, like I mean, and he's been there firsthand. He's seen one of these doo-doos. One of the smaller ones, let's say, is the size of a softball, about like that big around.
that sounds like it hurts.
God.
And so, if you're at my mom's house and you walk into the common restroom, there is a stick.
Yeah.
And it's the stick to like break up the doo-doo, so it'll go down the top.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and like I said, it's like the size of a softball. That's one of the small ones. Most of them are like also long.
Man, I don't know what it is. Like,
and like listeners at home, you think I'm exaggerating. I am not. I wish I was. I do not know. Jesus Christ. It's
modern marvels.
It's not the worst thing to do with a large turd is poke it with a stick till it's smaller. The famous poop Reddit thing that I remember is the poop knife. It was like one thing that you didn't realize was uncommon until you went to someone else's house. And to tell you what the poop knife is, it's a knife that they use to cut the poop up when it's too big and it won't flush. And they'd keep it in the bathroom to cut the poop. And they didn't realize it was weird until they went to a friend's house and were like, hey, where's the poop knife? I need to use it for the bathroom. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I would hit that person. I would punch them in the fucking face. And I'd say,
like,
what the fuck did you just say to me?
Just like clock them.
And then I would go to their house, find this knife.
Why would you touch it?
I don't know. Something needs to be done.
Why would... Like, how long is this knife?
Okay.
Is it like
I
a
think
butter
it
knife?
was a steak knife. It
A
was a
steak
regular
knife?
ass steak knife that they
Oh
use.
my God.
That
is so nasty.
They don't use it to eat. They just have one steak knife regulated to
that
one
makes sense.
family to cut the poop.
No, they rotate it
now.
out.
You have to the reason we got a stick is because so you don't have to touch the doo-doo, all right?
I'm not the family with the poop knife here,
Also,
Jonathan.
I know.
Sorry, we need to go back to the guy that breaks his shit in Walmart bags.
Oh, yeah, we forgot
Stool
about that.
softeners. Use stool softeners.
Metamucil is a thing.
I don't know, but it was just watching this show. Like, apparently he's like 78 years old, and he's just like dropping out these fucking like meteor-sized shits, and it's
all of these issues you've told me. I don't know about your brother though. That's something else. That's an issue in itself that is mysterious. Stool softeners. No poop knife. No breaking shit in Walmart bags. Go to a doctor.
You know what? I'm going to have to go with Reddit, man. Don't knock it till you try it. I don't know. Poop knife might be
If I
revolutionary.
ever come to your house and find a fucking poop knife, I'm going to grab Nova, get him really aggressive, and throw him at you.
Just like rile him up and be like,
like you just
bitch.
throw like Nova in a sack, shake it up, and just like let it loose. Like it's a
I
goddamn
just
grenade.
hold him. I just start vibrating, and he's like, yeah.
I'm just picturing a situation where you're like moving and you mix up the poop knife drawer with the regular knife drawer.
Why is the
Somehow.
No,
Or you have like a person come over and like, there's a knife in the bathroom. I'm just going to put it in the dishwasher here. I don't know why. I guess someone was eating and it gets mixed with the normal cutlery.
I was imagining like there's some kind of weird like John Wick situation where like the whole house is being like destroyed room by room, and you just get into and your only weapon you have is the poop knife, and you're fighting like your burned assassin friend who's trying to kill you.
Well, see,
Well, I mean,
poison damage.
Yeah,
It's
I was about
that's
to say,
poison.
You can like fucking stab him and he'll get like hepatitis or some
See,
shit.
like he gets cut by the poop knife, but he dies at the end of the movie because he got an infection.
I'm trying to think because I think there's like a very specific bacteria that's in your poop like that. That's why like if you like, let's just say if you get like fecal matter in your system through like stabbing, it's really bad.
Oh yeah,
I mean, poop's been used as like stuff
Biological
on weapons
weapon.
for thousands of years.
No, in the Vietnam War, when they set up punji sticks traps, they would always put fecal matter on the sticks.
Yes, because like if you fell into that trap and you got impaled by the stick, you will die.
Yep.
That's the point.
And then if you do get out of it, guess what? Your shit's infected, and you're gonna get really fucked up.
And again, plus you're in like this hot, dank, humid jungle, so like any wound that's going to fester that much quicker.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and infection's going to set in faster.
So,
Yeah.
What a fucking.
I love how this episode is like low key the sequel to like episode 16, where it's just like school shit stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What the
What
fuck?
a fucking time.
You know, I was gonna say something, but I've lost track.
Come on, just remember.
I
Did the poop knife ruin your day?
No,
Ruin
okay,
your
now I remember.
brain?
Now I remember. Speaking of poop and poop knife, there's an episode of American Dad where Roger is pretending to be a cat, and he's like, now I gotta. When he goes poop, what he does is he's like, now I gotta cut these turds into just smaller pieces. So he brings out a fucking switchblade, and you can just hear him cutting it.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
That is pretty good.
That's it.
God.
Okay, American Dad, when that episode where he's a fucking cat is really good.
It's a really funny scene. Fuck.
No, just him and like just the cat fucking
Yes.
Where like okay, at the very end, like throughout the show, Roger talks about how he's a cat and his name is Marmalade. Great fucking cat name, by the way. And he's pissed off because his owner won't give him
Wet cat food.
wet cat food. He only gets dry. And then towards the end, he's like, Roger's fucking tired of it, so he walks off and takes off his fucking hood, his cat hood, and he's like, and then his owner's like, Marmalade, you've really look unwell. He's like, maybe we should put you on the wet food again. And he looks back, and that's where the freeze frame. He's like it freezes right there. It's like starts playing a happy song. Like, okay, happy ending.
Wow.
Just know what preceded that episode was a complete and utter extermination of a family.
Okay.
Thanks for ruining my fun.
Well, I mean, come on. Like, getting the Marmalade back on the wet food. Happy ending. Man's entire family's dead. Hey. Good times.
Now I'm trying to think of a happy ending for this episode.
We're going to put you back on the wet cat food, Pat.
It's about
Ooh.
goddamn time.
Then cut to happy music.
That's it, right? That's an episode, right?
I don't know. Anybody else have...
Some weird fucked up shit they want to tell us right now.
All right, I guess you're all just keeping your secrets.
Sasha bought a gun.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also found out that a wrestler named Sasha turned out to be secretly an anti-vaxxer.
What the fuck?
That's fun.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
and-
I take back what I said. My dog is named Sasha, and she's great.
Yeah, you guys know her. You know the blue-haired Mandalorian girl who did the spinning kick on on Boba Fett? Yeah, she's Sasha Banks. Great wrestler, but recently discovered to be an anti-vaxxer.
Why?
Why?
Why does Mandalorian... You know what? Everybody in Mandalorian, mega racist now.
You know, it's honestly almost anybody coming out of Disney.
It's fucking... Cara Dune did it. It's all because of her.
Now she's working for Ben Shabino.
Now it's
the curse of Cara Dune.
Now it's the mouse. It's
You
the mouse.
remember that time we were going to watch that Ben Shapiro produced movie and just get blasted?
I still think that's a fun thing.
I still think we need to do that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just to see, like, what the fuck does
Is
this
it okay if I put on a blindfold?
gremlin come up with?
I just listen to it. No watch. All right. Well, thanks for listening to this, I guess.
Yep. This is actually your fault. This is what happens when you don't rein us in.
Me or the audience?
I'll let you figure that out.
Has to be the audience.
You get to see with that anxiety.
I'm not anxious about that. It's the audience. It's
All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening today. We had
the audience.
You wanted a high five.
Someone touched me, and I'm scared.
You put your hand up for a high five.
Why
I gave you a high
is
five.
there some poop in your beard?
You're pooping here.
No,
Poop?
I'm making shit up, dude. It's a bit.
That was the also bit.
He's
was like,
making shit.
yeah, the bit there was like, oh my god, I got poop in my beard. Like I was doing something where I had poop on my face.
No, he's had his ass in his head the entire time. Look, there's poop on his beard. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it.
Also, we should probably get out of here for the next bug attack, so because we got attacked by a giant spider and a giant cockroach.
And it's 10 p.m.
That too.
10 p.m. on a Thursday night.
I got some Halo ODS to beat.
Yep.
Plug it.
Gotta take my dad to colonoscopy in the morning.
Oh man, colonoscopy.
Yo,
suck.
can we keep the video?
Why would they want it?
When I got my colonoscopy, I wish I could have kept the video.
I mean, I kept all of my teeth when they took them out a couple years ago.
Do you still have your teeth?
Yes, of course. I keep my
Yeah.
front, my top
I
drawer.
don't know what it was when you busted that out on the show. I got violently ill.
You shaked it. Little shaker.
Just like, oh no, I don't like that.
No, we don't get a video. We get pictures.
Yep. Anyway, we're wrapping this shit up. Thank you all so much for listening today. We had a great time doing it. I hope you had a great time listening. If you want more of us, be sure to catch us wherever podcasts are found. That's on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Spotify, and any RSS. If you catch you out there, be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe on all those platforms. Helps us out, keeps us visible, puts us in front of new people, and of course, we always appreciate you when you do that. You can follow us on our socials on AYCH Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. All You Can Hear on Facebook and Letterboxd. Twitch at twitch.tv
/
All You Can Hear, and then also on YouTube at All You Can Hear. And lastly, follow me, Patrick, on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. John Lost His Name, and my art on Facebook at John Lost His Name Art.
My name is Jonathan. You can follow me on Twitter at JONIIBOI24 and John Odes on 12 on Letterboxd.
My name Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Do not bring the poop knife.
I don't know. I'm Winslow. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on Twitter at WinslowBookie. You can follow my art Instagram at World of Winslow. You can look at my link tree. I have a Goodreads and Letterboxd on there. Hopefully someday I'll put reviews on there. I don't know. Maybe.
The only way you'll know is if you go follow it.
Exactly.
Also, be sure to call in with your poop stories.
No, please, God.
Actually,
all
it seems
all
fun.
episode from listeners of their best poop stories.
You know what? If you're comfortable.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're not going to force them.
No.
I don't see how we could force them.
Well, yeah, but no, what I'm saying is, like,
Here, listener, drink
don't-
some
you don't-
fucking Metamucil.
you don't have to give us a name. Just say it.
What the fuck? It's not a crime. I mean, it might be.
Well, no.
Depending on where you poop,
if
it
they
might be a
wanna-
crime.
No, if they want to say it, but they don't want us to use their name, then that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, they might still be in the run. They probably like smashed their butt cheeks together at a McDonald's door and sprayed and ran off.
And then that McDonald's listens to this podcast and like, hey, we know that guy. Get him.
That reminds me of when I was sick one time and I sneezed in the shower and I had diarrhea and it just shotgunned the wall.
What? Are you serious?
Yes.
That's oh my god.
It was when I was like 9 or 10.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't recent.
It was.
I mean, also, he was sick. I mean, you can't help
Yeah.
that.
How dare you shit in the shower when you're sick?
How dare you? Well, no,
Where do you get off?
And besides, Wendell, that's not the worst shit story in the shower from this group.
No.
no way. No.
I was gonna tell that story, but let's be honest.
But it's like disconcerting if you would have said 22.
Yeah,
22
I
years
did
old,
it yesterday.
not sick, sneezed, and diarrhea shot out.
Like Colt's butt is like a shotgun; it's just ready to go.
All asses are weapons.
Yes.
Yeah, so stick around for the plugs if you want to hear a fun little side story.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned to our Patreon where it's just like more dookie talk. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. We'll be talking to you very soon.
Bye-bye.
I shit it.